Todd, if you were held at gunpoint, the only way you could survive is by doing an impressive dance move, which one would you do?
Oh, I'm gonna die. Definitely. I'm dead.
Just because you don't have any impressive moves?
I mean, I got like a little shake.
Do the shake. Just do the shake. Oh.
We live, it's the Junkyard gang. Lord ANTiX,
Uncle Disco.
we about to get it started. Make sure you tune in now. Alright y'all, so one of the main things that comes up every time there's a conflict between the West and somebody outside of the West, you're gonna be told you lack knowledge. You weren't there when it started. It's true, but at the same time, we also had people who came out here and showed us firsthand. Now, me personally, yes, I started as a YouTube dancer. YouTube Krumper. Where the heck else was I gonna learn it? Back then, this was before even YouTube was really popping like that. I first saw Krump on BET, Shake City, saw Breaking vs. Krump, the DVDs, and then later on I got on to the Krump King DVDs, the golden era where they taught when he had Krump 1.0, 2.0 advanced techniques, that whole series on and on. So that's literally how I learned Krump. I was just doing what I was being taught, you know, on the screen, you know what I'm saying, listening. For every piece of knowledge when it came out, all I had was Krump King DVDs. I used to buy them all, studying the craft down to the T. So yes, YouTube and Krump King DVDs was the only way I could learn it. It wasn't until about 2008 when I went to the Cage 3 and saw Krump for the first time in LA in person. My mind was blown. I finally understood feeling and emotion behind it. I got to see people's character and realize how important character and the feeling of expression really is. I've never seen one dancer captivate an entire room and had that room shaking off of his pure expression. That was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Naturally, when I'm in this learning phase, I'm gonna take the info that I learned there and the experience and bring it back here, trying to teach it around here in Dallas to people that I knew, just basically teaching off my experiences and what I already learned on Krump 1.0. So once I got that Cage 3 experience, then when the DVD came out, I saw how much footage took away from the dancer. I was like, oh heck no. Like, I was low-key disappointed in Cage 3 footage, and I was there. If I'd have never gone to the Cage 3 and seen it in person, I would have been amazed because I was there. I saw the difference and I was like, oh crap, now I understand how much footage can take away and why it's important to really experience real Krump in person. It wasn't until about 2011 when Faith came and Simeon came and Bino came down to Dallas for the Madhouse, taught a workshop. Those were the first people I took a workshop from and actually learning how to build combos, the fundamentals of Krump from a one-on-one perspective, how to utilize the basics, how to actually make my Krump make sense. Now it's becoming my own and I'm not copying something that I seen on YouTube. After that, from Faith and Simeon, then we had Bino come down, the old Junior B Dash. We had people like Krems, we had the Project M event, 1K came down here, people who from the East Coast who learned firsthand from the West before we did. So I had a mix of all these types of teachings from Krumpers with way more experience. That's definitely how I built up my own Krump. And of course, being a little homie and more people in the South becoming little homies to the people in the West. Like, now that whatever knowledge that the South has at this point is because of the West. So there's no way we should be lacking any knowledge when it comes to Krump. Not at this point, especially from more recent things like taking Beast Camp in Lowestown. I've taken workshops twice from Big Miho, learning from Project. All of the top dogs, from heavy hitters to veterans to living legends in Krump, now I've learned from firsthand. So as far as being a YouTube Krumper, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if you have the means to grow from that. If you learn Krump from YouTube and footage, no, you shouldn't be talking as if you have the same experience and levels that somebody from the West has in the birthplace of Krump. No, that's impossible. But we have been legitimate students of the West for years now. Every single time people come to the South and experience the South firsthand, it's nothing but an experience for the guests from out of state. So I think at the end of the day, especially at this point, people just need to understand that we have different experiences now, especially learning experiences on how we learn Krump. Learning Krump and learning the roots versus learning someone's particular history. It's cool, but I don't think it's necessary in order for you to be validated in learning Krump. As long as you have legitimate experiences from credible sources, you have Krump knowledge. And whatever's being taught from this point is literally just information that's being passed down, as well as our own experiences from us figuring things out that work for us in Krump. I think that's fair to say, judging by how every time we do get outside perspective finally come into our hometown and see our Krump, there is an authenticity now. At a certain point, it just becomes about you just trying to discredit another person rather than actually respecting the knowledge that they've gained. So for somebody like me who had to actually go through the trenches and do what it takes to learn knowledge from credible sources and actually reaching there, putting my own self out there when it came to character and stuff like that, taking my own leaps, I believe that my experiences are valid and my Krump experience is valid. But Krump is an ongoing thing. We learn more every day as long as it's evolved. So no, I'm not a master, but I'm valid. I think that also speaks for a lot of other people in the South. So keep Krump alive by, if you feel like somebody's lacking in a certain area, give them constructive criticism. If you see somebody on a bigger platform or trying to reach other platforms, don't hate on the man or woman. Give them the knowledge that they need so they can continue. At the end of the day, one win is everybody's win in Krump. And realize that you're gonna have different perspectives and different sides of Krump, where some are trying to grow their community, some are trying to grow themselves within Krump and reach bigger platforms, and some like to keep it street, some like to keep it within their home, and that's straight too. Can't knock each person's vision as long as they getting the right knowledge and not spreading nothing that diminishes Krump. If somebody got the limelight, let them have a limelight, especially if they in a whole nother city, they trying to grow their culture, they trying to grow their movement, bring more people into the movement. If they slipping, just give them knowledge. Just help them out. Krump can be so much bigger than what it is. It's grown a lot, but it's still so much more room for it to grow, and that's what we need to focus on.